The importance of punctuality. On the first Sunday of every month, the church I attend partakes in communion. And for as long as I can remember, my family and I have been in charge of preparing that communion. And we've always completed that task punctually. Except for one time. You see, it had been a busy weekend, full of chores and tasks that we had to complete. And we did that, but that caused us to forget about communion. So we went to bed that Saturday night thinking that we were ready for the next day, when in reality, we were not. Early Sunday morning, my mom got a call from one of our pastors. And he asked us, "Hey, I was just wondering, did you guys happen to forget about communion?" My name is Colby Wynn. And throughout my childhood, my family and I have hosted and served at many different events. From weddings to social gatherings, banquets, fundraisers, you name it, we've done it. And throughout all that time, I have been blessed with many pieces of knowledge. But I think one key thing that I have learned through all that time was about the importance of punctuality. And today, my goal is to not persuade you to be punctual, but to simply inform you of the importance of punctuality. Now, in order to do that, we're going to talk about three main things. We're going to talk about the definition of punctuality and what it takes to be punctual. We're going to talk about the benefits of punctuality. And lastly, we're going to talk about the disadvantages of not being punctual. So first, the definition of punctuality and what it takes to be punctual. Well, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, punctuality is being on time. That's it. Being on time. But I think we can expand a little more on that. You see, punctuality isn't just you as a person being on time. It also refers to things that you turn in on time. Homework, assignments, something that your boss gave for you to do. But what does that take? What does it take to be on time? Well, it takes foresight. And again, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, foresight is an act of looking forward. That's it. Now, to further expand on that, foresight can be scheduling out your week, preparing yourself for what's to come. Being on time, punctuality. So, my family and I realized that we had forgotten about communion. This sent us into a panic, running around the house, trying to get breakfast, get ready, and get down to the church as fast as we could. Now, we did get down there, and we were preparing food and drink, and, well, my mom realized and explained to us that we didn't have enough supplies. We were heartbroken. We didn't know what to do. This was a first for us. But then my uncle walked by, and he understood what was going on. And he told us, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm going to go down to the store, I'm going to get what you need, and I'll be right back." So the benefits of punctuality. Well, punctuality shows that you are dependable. Now, according to a curriculum developer and educator, Christine Tucker, she posted an article about the importance of punctuality in the workplace on thenest.com. Here's what she said. She said, "Punctuality is a sign of professionalism, and it helps you stand out as a reliable and trustworthy employee." My uncle was known for being punctual. He was known for being on time. He was a reliable and trustworthy person. Now, another benefit of punctuality is that punctuality eliminates anxiety and improves who posted an article about this right here. She posted an article on smallbusiness.com that said this: employees who arrive on time are often more prepared for the workday and experience less stress in general. You see, when my uncle said that he would get the supplies for us, we knew that he could. We knew that he was dependable. We knew that he was trustworthy. And just knowing that relieved so much stress. It built up our confidence. We could now see the light at the end of the tunnel. We could complete communion. And that happened. My uncle got back. He had the supplies that we needed, and we were able to prepare and serve communion. The crisis was averted. But what had happened if my uncle wasn't there? What had happened if we weren't punctual all the way through? Well, this brings us to our third point: the disadvantages of not being punctual. Number one, if you aren't characterized by being punctual, it can show a lack of respect for the other parties involved. Now, I'm going to refer to a blog that was posted by capitalsquare.com, on the benefits of punctuality. And it said this: being punctual shows that you respect the other party's time and you are not willing to waste it. So if being punctual shows respect, well, not being punctual shows the opposite. It shows that you don't have that high regard, that high level of respect for the other party involved. Now imagine that you were at a wedding, or you were invited to a wedding. Would you arrive on time, or would you arrive late? I hope that you would arrive on time, because that shows respect for the party involved. But if you didn't, however, there's something that would happen. The second part of the disadvantages of not being punctual is that lacking punctuality can result in missed opportunities. Now, according to an article on why to never be late, posted on Seattle Times by Karen Burns, an author and journalist, she said this: arriving after a meeting or workday has begun also puts you at a disadvantage. You don't know what has been said or decided before. You may have missed valuable opportunities to offer your input. If you arrived late at that wedding, you are now standing in the back awkwardly. You don't know what to do. Everyone's sitting down. That forces someone to go out of their way and to help fill you in on what's going on, where you need to be, where you're going to sit. This can happen in a meeting. You show up late, and it can sometimes force someone to stop the meeting and fill you in on what's already happened. So in conclusion, the importance of punctuality. We looked at three main things. We looked at the definition and what it takes to be punctual. And we learned that punctuality is being on time. And it can be achieved with foresight and preparation. We also looked at the benefits of punctuality, and that being on time can result in many benefits, such as creating dependability, eliminating anxiety, and improving self-confidence. Now lastly, we looked at the disadvantages of not being punctual, and that it shows a lack of respect for other parties involved, as well as it can result in missed opportunities. Now, each and one of us have to decide for ourselves every day whether or not we're going to be punctual. But throughout this whole presentation, I hope that I just made that decision for you a little bit easier. Thank you.